Well, first, my name's Tory Blue, state rep from Great Bend, Kansas, very rural area. And I was the youngest elected for 4 years when I first got elected. And I was 23 right out of college, filed for office when I was a senior in college. So one thing that the Future Caucus that we did in Kansas a couple years ago was we sponsored a piece of legislation called the First Time Home Buyers Savings Account. And that bill was drafted by our legislative leadership. But we saw this is a huge topic that, especially at that point, I was recently a first-time home buyer, knew the process. Another situation with that is, especially in rural areas, trying to get workforce to move back to our areas, and there's lack of homes, or how we can make sure that we're getting people into homes. And so as a Future Caucus, we got together and we sponsored this legislation, and it passed bipartisan. The governor even did a bill signing for it. It was a great piece of legislation that, no, we didn't draft it, but we helped get it across the line. And another great thing about it is we actually had a Future Caucus member be the one to carry the bill on the House floor. So in the end, we had the Kansas Future Caucus involved the whole process, and it was successful in the end. And I think that is what helped us, I believe, to win the Sharice Eaton Award in 2021 as well. In Kansas, we're a very close Future Caucus, and it's funny because we have members who have aged out and they still want to be part of it, and we're absolutely, come back, you can be our mentor for the Future Caucus. But somebody who I'm very close with on the other side of the aisle is Brandon Woodard, and he's one of our co-chairs with us. And one thing that has been great this past year is I'm a vice chair in a committee that he is the ranking on, and it's higher education funding. And so having two young folks who were just in those seats, just in college a few short years ago, being in charge of funding for higher education and knowing exactly what these needs are. Him and I go out together all the time. We're constantly chatting, and we just have an organic relationship first, and then the policy comes second.